they are bad faith actors that use them. Intellectual laziness, even on the part of NGOs, because we already have courts that can repeal such judgments and such laws and say, no, that law doesn't exist in these times. It is repugnant to our natural justice. It is contrary to our constitution. But lawyers are lazy. I don't want to call them lazy.
Some.
Maybe they don't have the funding.
Would you say
no,
interest?
it's not lazy. It's funding. A lot of times it's funding. Luckily, we have some non-profits that support journalists and support lawyers to be able to push back on some of these laws. And the way you can repeal such laws is either you get National Assembly to repeal them or State Assembly to repeal them, or you go to the courts and the courts pronounce them as unconstitutional.
Maybe we'll frame it differently, and rather than
he has a way of saying frame it differently and say something.
Interest.
He's daddy of all NGOs.
I think it's about the interest.
Okay.
I mean, you must have an interest in a policy for you to go through the long haul of reforming it. So I won't put it at the table of intellectual laziness. I would say probably, interest, on the part of all critical stakeholders may not have happened at the time it needed to happen. But when we picked it up as the Nigeria Network of NGOs, all right, we were able to bring enough stakeholders to the table to say, hey, look here, this is a decree.
That's intellectual laziness when stakeholders are not even interested until you bring them. Because you use the magic word stakeholders, that means they should have a stake in it.
Yeah.
But they are not aware of it because they are not interested in it. And that's the laziness. So how can you call them, how can you say they have interest, they don't have interest, but they are stakeholders? Like, it's a bit contrary. Like, how can you be a stakeholder without an interest?
Well, I see your sense that if you're a stakeholder, you must track laws that affect your work.
Yes.
And be very much interested in reviewing them.